What is up, all you beautiful people? It is I, Akami TCG, back here with a new Crusadia deck profile for Crusadia Guardragon. As of recent, I went to a regional. Just a quick recap on what happened at the regional. 448 people in Hartford. I went 4-4 drop. If I won my rounds 8 and 9, I probably would have gotten the invite. But however, I noticed a lot of choke points in my deck, which I'll go on about in the video. So anyways, let's just get started. So Crusadia Guardragon's my current build of it that I used at the regionals. It was the same build I had my deck list for the channel, minus, or rather including 2 droll and lockbirds. So that 40 cards plus 2 droll and lockbirds, because I am terrified of spirals. Anyways, let's get right into it. Here's my current deck list. This is going to be 42 cards, so a little bit less consistent. But, however, this is needed for my current iteration of the deck. I will be working on it over time, just for the next regionals and going through locals with this build of the deck. And I really do enjoy this a lot. I played some test matches and it was really fun. Anyways, we're playing the whole Crusadia package. 3 Arborea, 3 Vel'Kouzia, 3 Leonis, 3 Maximus, and that is the bread and butter. There is 3 Draco as well. So you have to run out the Crusadia cards, including Rhoda. If you do not draw into a Crusadia card, then it's so hard to play with this deck, and that's one of the biggest problems I face with this deck. And I just want to get right into the new spicy text that I'm putting into this deck. 2 Ren Ryus. I have to play 2 Ren Ryus just in case I get ashed. If my Magius gets ashed, then I can still kind of go off. I summon Ren Ryu to the side, and I go into my Crusadia Spada and use the Ren Ryu to go into LP and keep going off there. A lot of people do hit the Magius first because they don't want me to get Draco, but some smart players that think I'm playing Guardragon, they'll just wait until I get the LP, and that's a whole different story. So 2 Ren Ryus for that. They're both dragons, and that's actually the only familiar card I played. Black Dragon Call Up Serpent. I am not playing the White Dragon, and here's my defined reason. I drew into White Dragon a lot in my opening hands for whatever reason. I know the probability is low, but I do not have dark targets in the graveyard unless I go off with the combo. So the White Dragon is more of an extender, and this is more of a playgoer. So the Magius can go off, and I can still summon Black Dragon Call Up Serpent. But if I draw White, and I never resolve the Spada combo into the Guard Dragons, then it's really bad. Like, I can never summon White Dragon, and it becomes a permanent brick in my hand, and that's why I'm opting not to play the White Dragon in this build. And I'm liking it a lot so far. It is also a dragon, so you can go into the Guard Dragon place. 1 Gamma Seal. That's basically still the main bread and butter play, but there's going to be a lot other side plays with this new build. 1 Red Med, just for the Guard Dragons. 2 Rocket Tracers. I'm still playing 3 Quick Launch and 2 Rocket Tracer. It is a dragon, and it does let me go into my level 8 Synchros and my level 7. So I still think it's a really valid idea. And time for the Spice. So instead of the other part of the Familiar Engine, I am playing 2 Gizmekaku. This is always going to be alive turn 1, assuming I have a Magius on board. So it's really good. And also turn 2. Let's say I do have a Magius on board, and they have like a board or a problematic card that can force them to use negates with Kaku. Whereas when I special summoned the level 4 familiars, I wasn't really getting much gas out of it. I was just summoning the familiar and then going off with it. But Kaku gives me more flexibility, and it's also 2750, so it's huge. So if I put it under Equimax, it's huge. Put it under Regulex, it's huge. So I'm liking this a lot more. They actually overperformed in my matches, and I'm hoping that they can continue to overperform because they're such a good card right now. And lastly, 2 Gizmek Orochis. This is the Spice. I like this a lot in this deck. I know it conflicts with the combo, but if they somehow manage to break my board, this does have a lot of recursion, and also in the hand, a lot of people don't see this coming. And against Altergeist, they have a kind of hard time getting rid of this card too. So it's all around just really good, and I've been really liking it so far in my testing, and it'll probably stay here indefinitely. And for other plays, 2 instant fusion. A lot of the times during the regional, I got drolled, I got ashed, everything under the sea with hand traps, I got wrecked by. I didn't get impermed once, but there's enough hand traps for me to warrant playing 2 instant fusions and also 1,000 eyes and 1 millennium eyes. So the play is you summon Magius and you go into millennium eyes, and that millennium eyes or the Magius search is safe. And I do want Saryuja to at least go off once, so if they have droll in hand and they droll after Saryuja, that's completely fine. Oops. So 2 instant fusions has been helping a lot so far. 1,000 eyes also helps break boards too, which is really nice, and bait out negates. Anyways, Monster Reborn, 2 call buys. Kind of need them in this deck, and they overperformed at the regional, so it was really good. 1 Rhoda, World Legacy Guardragon, World Legacy Succession. These are mandatory, so that's not going to change. Terraforming for my triple waterfronts. And then lastly, my triple quick launch and my trap Crusadia Crawler. I really do not like drawing into Crawler, but that's one of the bricks I kind of have to play with because the turn 1 board is optimal with Crawler, Equimax, and Gamma on board. With quick launch, I was actually opting to take these out, but because Rocket Tracer is a dragon and I also still run the synchros, it was way too good to not take out. But often when I side, I take out 1 quick launch and 1 tracer, and that's completely fine too. It just kind of sucks, like, if you play the quick launch engine, there are times, it's actually one time, where I actually drew into both my Rocket Tracers and quick launch, and that's just RNG, just not on my side. So that's something I do have to deal with, but with the Gizmex in the main, it's going to help a lot. With consistencies and also like problems getting beaters on board. Anyways, for the extra. Oh, I forgot my mascot. No. Alright, here's my mascot for the Fuse Center or token for the day. Aerith, because Final Fantasy VII Remake. Anyways, the 2 fusions I play for instant fusion are 1,000 Eyes and Millennium Eyes. I do really like them both. 1,000 Eyes for breaking boards going second, obviously, and Millennium Eyes for going first when I want to make a board. Those are fine. Other than that, everything else is relatively the same. 2 Magius, 1 Regulex, 1 Spatha, 1 Equimax, 1 Avermax. That's the whole Crusadia package. Avermax actually comes in handy so much just because you have Arborea. So if somebody tries to kill it with another Avermax, you can protect it with Arborea and then kill their Avermax or do damage against the Boroso the next turn. So it's really good there. 1 Hieratic Seal. I didn't summon this way too much. If I managed to take out the quick launch engine, then this would be cut out. But at times this could be really useful. Like if they ash my LP and I still have a dragon in hand, then I can go off and go into Seal and make a mediocre board, but it comes in handy. Obviously Pisty and LP. So happy that these cards are still here. 2 Skull Dreads, because you still do want to draw into waterfronts. And my 2 synchros I play now are Cyberus Quantum. This card overperformed like crazy in the tournament. Everybody played Avermax, they played BLS, they played Avermax, and this card just gets over every single thing that they have on the field in terms of monsters, unless it's unaffected by card effects. But luckily I didn't face against any Marincess, so it was fine. Cyberus Quantum's insanely good. And lastly, the level 8 I opted to play is Borload Savage, and the ones I took out was, unfortunately, Draco Berserker. I found myself summoning this a lot more than Draco Berserker just because I like the Omni Negate more, and it's a 4400 beater. Draco Berserker can come in handy when I'm smacking 2 weenies, but I feel like this will come up a lot more. And I also took out Link Spider just because I noticed a lot of people are not playing Nibiru as much, so it's not as much of a threat in my deck, and I'd rather play another instant fusion target, which can help me win more games. Like I said, this is still experimental, but I just wanted to show you guys the deck list I have so far. Now for the spice. Here's the side deck. I'm going to start with 2 evenly matched. I did play 2 Dark Ruler No Mores, but I realized there's a lot of Geist players running around, especially me in the regionals. I played against every Geist player possible, but I've actually never lost to a single Geist player just because I just sacked them, or I just went first and they couldn't break the Gamma Seal board. But Evenly matched will help with any back row, any combo heavy deck, and I felt like it'll perform better than Dark Ruler no more, honestly. The Kaiju package. So the Kaiju package comes with that Slumber, Revival, Doggeran, and Thunder King. It's pretty self-explanatory. You just win games this way. Sack their monster and one-punch them after. And with the Gizmex in the deck, it makes it a lot easier to one-punch with Maximus. Because with Maximus, I had trouble getting over 8,000 on board. I mean, with the other familiar cards. One Lightning Storm, because I don't have 3 of them. So it's going to be 1 Lightning Storm and 2 Twin Twisters. So just imagine that these are more Lightning Storms. But at times, Twin Twisters can come in handy if you just want to pop certain cards. And also, if you have a board, you can use Twin Twisters over Lightning Storm. That's the only advantage I get over it. And I also have to discard 1, so that's something you have to keep in mind. I think this is fine for now, but when I pick up my 2nd and 3rd Lightning Storm, then I'll most likely run triple of that. 1 red reboot. Still really like this card. Every time I drew it against Geist or any trap heavy deck, I just won. So I still have to play the 1. For many people, it's not worth it, but for me, I think it's very worth it. Because I have Saryuja Skuldred. 3 Infinite Impermanence. Just a requirement at this point. And lastly, 14 and 15, 2 Droll and Lockbirds. This card overperformed during the regionals. I had it against Heroes, and every time I resolved this against Heroes, I won. Plain and simple. It's just a really, really good card. That's all. Anyways, that is my Crusadia Guardragon updated deck profile. Please let me know what you guys think. If you guys want to test this on DB, and let me know if you have any suggestions down. That'd be awesome. Let's see. Where's the mascot card? Here we go. Here's Kaku. This card is just insane going first or second. So this deck has definitely a bright future ahead for this upcoming few months before MR5. So I'm going to stick with this for now. Anyways, hope you guys enjoyed. I'm a Kemi TCG. Let me know down below if you like this deck. See you guys next time. Stay beautiful, everyone.
The world ends now.